Hey love, I'm Gena, a fitness, nutrition, and self-love coach, helping high-achieving women heal their relationship with food and their bodies so they can finally feel free, strong, and confident in their own skin. If you've ever felt stuck in the cycle of restriction, binging, and body shame, trust me, you are not alone. On this podcast, we're calling out diet culture BS, building your dream body without the obsession, and getting real about what it actually means to love yourself in a world that constantly tells you not to. I've been there. Anorexia, binge eating, body hate, you name it, I've lived it. And now I help women just like you find food freedom, feel sexy in their skin, and take their damn power back. So get ready, because the Fit Without Obsession podcast starts now. Have you ever caught yourself mid-bite thinking, I know better than this, so why can't I stop? You've read the books, you've done the therapy, you're not restricting anymore. You get the psychology of it all, the inner child stuff, the binge restrict cycle, the food guilt, the perfectionism, and yet food still feels loud. You still find yourself thinking about what you ate last night. You still make plans for making it up, even when you promise yourself you won't. You still feel this weird mix of freedom and fear. And you start wondering, is there something wrong with me? There is not. You're just in that frustrating middle place that almost no one talks about. The space between knowing and actually feeling safe. See, awareness happens in your head, but healing truly happens in your body. You can understand every root cause of your food struggles, but if your nervous system still feels unsafe around food, your body is going to keep reacting like it's in danger. That's why you can say, I know I can eat this cookie, and still feel that little jolt of panic after you swallow it. That's why you can tell yourself there are no good and bad foods, but deep down, you still categorize days as good or off track. And it's not that you're failing, it's that your body hasn't caught up to your brain yet. And that's okay, because rewiring your brain is not going to happen through logic. It actually happens through safety. So you can continue to learn, you can continue to read, you can continue to absorb all the information. But until we actually apply that information, we are not going to feel safer on food. So let's talk about what might actually be keeping you stuck, even after all of the work that you've done. So the first thing is you have stopped restricting, but you still fear food. You might eat the cookie now, but you did it fast, or you finish it before you can change your mind. Or maybe you eat it, but you promise yourself that you're going to eat clean tomorrow. That's not freedom, that's fear wearing a new outfit. And if food still feels dangerous, your body will always feel like it has to overdo it while it can. You can't truly relax around food until your body believes it's allowed to. And that comes from repetition, from proving over and over and over that nothing bad happens when you give yourself that permission. Now, the second reason that you could still feel out of control is that you're healing in your head, but not in your body. You've read the affirmations, you know the mantras, you get that your worth is not in your weight, but your stomach still drops when someone offers dessert. And that's because your body still associates fullness with failure. It's been trained to equate hunger with success and satisfaction with shame. And if you spent years overriding your hunger cues, of course it feels uncomfortable to trust them right now. What I tell my clients is this, that you can't eat intuitively from a dysregulated nervous system. Because when your body is anxious, it can't tell the difference between I'm unsafe and I'm full. So start simple here. Before meals, just take a moment, unclench your jaw, relax and drop down your shoulders, take a deep breath in and out. You're reminding your body in that moment, hey, we're safe to eat this. It's okay. Now, the third reason that you could still feel out of control right now, even after doing the work, is that you're grieving your old identity. And no one warns you about this part, because growing up or recently, whatever it is, whatever your story is, you've turned into being the fit friend, the girl who never missed a workout, the one people admire for her discipline. And letting go of that identity, even if it was unhealthy, feels like losing a part of yourself. So you end up clinging to pieces of that identity. You still secretly track, you still plan your meals just a little too rigidly, because it's not that you're obsessed. It's actually that you're scared to let that part of yourself go, let that identity go. But I want you to know, like, you're not losing that part of yourself through this process. You're actually evolving yourself. The part of you that wanted control was never bad. That part of you just wanted safety. And now you get to be the version of her who's strong and soft, disciplined and peaceful. You're not falling apart. You're becoming whole again. So how do we actually start to feel in control again? Not from restriction, but actually from reconnection and rebuild that safety and control. And the first step is going to be to recreate safety through rhythm, not rules. So this is going to look like eating at regular times, including carbs intentionally, and creating predictability without rigidity. Your body learns from doing this that food is going to come consistently. And then it's going to say, okay, like, I'm actually being fed. I know that tomorrow I'm still going to be fed. Like, I can finally relax now. Now, the second step to rebuild that safety is practice micro trust moments. Give yourself one opportunity a day to prove that you can handle this freedom. That might be that you're going to have dessert without compensating, or maybe you end up stopping halfway through a meal just to check in with your hunger. And it's not about doing this part perfectly, right? Like, it's not about healing perfectly or finding freedom perfectly. It's really about teaching your body that trust is built. It's not declared. So we actually actively have to act through this trust to then actually be able to embrace it. We can't just say, oh, I trust my body, and then expect it to listen. It has to feel it. Now, step 3 to rebuild that safety is regulate before you react. So when the urge to eat out of anxiety hits, I need you to pause. Like, literally take a second, pause, put your hand on your stomach, and take one slow breath. And I know it feels silly. I know normally when we're anxious, we want to go, go, go. We're in the heat of the moment, but like, take that moment and ask yourself, what do I actually need right now? Because sometimes the answer will still be food, and that's fine. Like, that's okay, because you actually took that moment to reflect. But sometimes you're going to understand that it'll be comfort or rest or connection. And maybe there is a different way that you need to be serving that need than diving headfirst into your pantry. You know, it turns out that most of us were never addicted to food. We were addicted to control. So if you've been doing the work, but food still feels messy, please just know that you are not broken. You're honestly just healing in real time. And that's brave as hell. So I want you to keep showing up, keep listening to your body, even when it's confusing, because every time that you choose gentleness over guilt, you're rewiring your brain here. And if you ever need someone to walk through this middle space with you to help you rebuild trust with food in your body, that's literally what I help women do every single day. You can always hang out with me on Instagram. You can TM me at @thefitbee_, and, tell me this episode hit home and tell me where you're at in your journey, because you don't need to figure this all out alone. You can love your body and your life, and I'm really rooting for you every step of the way. Thank you so much for tuning into the Fit Without Obsession podcast. If this episode helped you heal, grow, or just feel a little less alone, go ahead and hit the follow button so that you never miss a moment of this journey. And if you loved it, share it on your stories and tag me at @thefitbean_. I seriously love seeing what resonates. Sharing this podcast helps more women step out of a session and into their power. And that ripple effect starts with you. And if you're ready for deeper support, check the show notes for ways that we can work together. Just remember, eat the pasta, wear the shorts, and love the hell out of your life. You deserve it always. Talk soon.